Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Everybody, it's Zach, aka Zach's Reviews. We are back again with another video, and today, guys, it was episode 6 of The Flash. Tonight's episode was really good. It felt like a filler episode, and it kind of reminded me of WandaVision. A lot of elements of this episode is it's a lot less focused on Barry because, as we all know, he is in the cryo chamber because he needs to control, I guess, the lightning of the Speed Force within him, but he can't control it, so they're stabilizing him in his tube. And it was more focused on the fact of Chester and Cisco in this kind of looped Groundhog's Day, but set in the 90s. And we end up finding out that it was like a Turtle 2.0 that was pretty much putting them in this dome and was able to go, like, I guess there was a moment of, like, the Turtle 2.0, I guess there was a moment of his life that, I guess, changed his future, and he wanted to go back and fix that situation. So we got to see that happen. But we also, like, I feel like this also, like, there was a reason we went back to that time also because Chester mentioned, I guess there was a place he liked to go to when he was younger in the 90s. So that's why when it happens, it was more like we got to learn a little bit more about his, like, his history and a little bit more about his character. So we ended up finding out that his dad apparently it didn't have time for him when he was younger because he was always working on projects and also just never had time for, Chester. So we end up finding out, I guess that's why Chester doesn't like his dad, is because he always didn't have time for him when he was younger. And as we also get to find out that his dad dies that same day, and there's just so much to unravel with, Chester in that moment in his life of, he's mad at his dad for not being there, but also not being there because his dad ends up dying. So he was like, we get to learn more about, who he is as a character, on top of, getting through all the cool nostalgic moments with, we end up seeing Blockbuster, we end up seeing a whole bunch of all these other movies that came out in the 90s, the clothing, the way people were talking. It was really cool. It was a cool filler episode that really didn't move the plot along a little bit. So it's kind of like we take a break and we kind of have like, it kind of moves the plot along, but it's to a point where this is more focused on, Cisco, Chester, and all the other characters that we have in the show. That's not just focused on Barry. So it was really cool to see that and to get a little cool, funny moment. It kind of also reminded me of Legends of Tomorrow in a sense where, they go through different periods of time and they're having a fun time. But also it kind of reminded me literally as like WandaVision because they're trapped in the dome that it keeps resetting. And and they're kind of like in a trance that they don't know that, they are, that things are being reset. And when they find out, when somebody wakes up from being, hypnotized, they're like, oh my God, oh, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. They know I broke out. Kind of how in WandaVision, when she knew when people would break out of, her from being hypnotized, she'd put them back in. So it kind of reminded me of that we got this. So that was pretty cool how they did this. But I really enjoyed the episode, and I'm really excited to hear what you guys think about this episode because I'm just so happy. From all the 3 seasons that we've had before this season of duds, they've just been terrible. Like season, 4, 5, and 6 were just not good seasons. It seems like the writers and the directors are finally listening to us to make this show like great, and I'm really happy about that because I love this show. And I'm just happy, after the 3 seasons of crappy seasons we've had before this, I was like, I don't know if this show can ever really make a comeback. And it seems like season 7 might be the season that I'm really going to enjoy because I'm enjoying it so far. Like next week's episode is going to be insane because, it's more focused on, the Speed Force being right next to Barry all the time, looking like Barry's mom. So I'm really excited to see next week's episode because it's just Barry. It looks like he wasn't having it a lot when he ended up getting out of the coma of him being like in the cryo tube. He ends up getting out at the end of this episode, and we get to see a lot more moments where he's in the cryo tube and Iris is talking to the Speed Force, saying it's it really, like, in a way, it kind of, like, it brings up a lot of, sad emotions, I guess, well, you technically looking like Barry's mom, because there's a lot of emotions there. But she's like, there's also great emotions there when he sees you too, because there's great moments of, he spent time with his mom. There's those great moments, as there is those sad moments. So, because the Speed Force was feeling bad when, Iris said that, saying, should I have not taken this form of Nora if it makes Barry feel bad? Because she cares about Barry so much, the Speed Force, because they are one. They literally share a bond together, literally. And I love the way Iris put it. She's like, yeah, I'm the lightning or whatever, but or what'd she say, Beth?
I'm the lightning rod, you're the lightning.
Yeah, I'm the lightning. I might be Barry's lightning rod, but you're the lightning. And that was really clever. That was really cool. And that was a little cute moment that they had of, the Speed Force means a lot to Barry. And essentially the Speed Force is kind of like a mom to Barry in a sense. Like, is always like, it's a mother figure that always cares for Barry. And that's pretty cool. I'm really liking the elements we're getting here. I'm also curious what Abracadabra said was when he said to Barry, "Oh, you're obsessed with the future. You're obsessed with the future Flash." I don't know if it meant like you're obsessed with a Flash in the future, or you are obsessed with the future Flash. I'm just curious to know what he meant there, and if we're gonna get any of that stuff in this season. I'm really curious. Also, I thought about this a while ago, but when are we ever gonna see the Flash that saves Barry when he's younger? Is that Barry like totally gone? Like, because if you think about this, because that Barry was never created by Wells, by Reverse Flash. He was never he was created some other way. So I'm wondering if like that Barry got erased because Thawne got stuck back in that time and had to give Flash his powers. So I'm wondering if we're ever going to see that version of Flash that does go back to save his younger self. And I wonder if we're ever going to finally meet Thawne. Like, because as we know, Barry ends up meeting him at some point. And I'm wondering when that will happen. Because I don't know if the writers forgot about that, or we'll probably see that in the last season of The Flash. We'll see maybe himself save himself, and that is that himself. Or we'll end up running into that Flash that was there. I don't know. Explain this to me in the comments below, because I'm really curious, where is that Flash that saves Barry when he's younger? Because that Flash that saves Barry when he's younger was not created by Reverse Flash, that is pretending to be Harrison Wells. So I'm curious to know, did that Flash get erased from time? Or was that Flash the Flash that like disappeared in the newspaper because of the actions of Reverse Flash giving Barry his powers? I don't know. That's just something I thought of that I'm like, I kind of hope they talk about that a little bit more. Or maybe the writers are going to get there in the last season. I don't know. But that's just something I want to talk to you guys about in the comments. And I'm just excited to hear what you guys thought about this episode of The Flash, because I really enjoyed it. It was a cool thing because my sister, she was her life was the 90s when she was a kid. So that was cool that she liked a lot of those moments and stuff. And I remembered Blockbuster because there was a Blockbuster right up my street when I was younger. And I used to and that pretty much started my love for movies. But, I owe it all to my sister because she took me to places like that. She showed me the older movies that, really, really made me appreciate, the hard work and dedication that goes into movies and the hard work that is like cinema and, and all these great things. So Zach's reviews and me being who I am today wouldn't be because I would not be who I am without my sister, because she got me into all these things, and just Zach's reviews would not be a thing without my sister. So yeah, I owe it all to her. She's the best for that. But I'm just excited to hear what you guys thought about this episode. Did you guys, I want to know, have you guys ever been in a Blockbuster? Was this any of the stuff that we saw in this episode, a blast from the past? If any of you guys were actually, born in the 90s or anything, I want to know. And also I just want to know what you guys thought about this episode. I'm really excited to, hear what you guys think. But if anybody's new to the channel or has come across this channel, I'd love it if you guys subscribe to the channel, put in those notifications, and like this video, and join this family / community here, guys. It's literally, I started this channel to spread nothing but love, positivity, and motivation, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And I started this channel to show that you guys, anybody can follow their dreams, and and achieve their dreams. And, you know, as everybody should, because you were put here on earth for a reason. You're a special person that is meant to follow your dreams and just achieve greatness. So I would just love to have you guys a part of this channel here. We are literally at 200, and I think 252 subscribers. I really want to get to 300. So again, I would love it if you guys hit that subscribe button and join the family. But without further ado, I'm going to end this video here. I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.